Few things rival the exhilaration of witnessing an athlete not only talk the talk, but seamlessly transform their words into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Picture this: an undefeated season, a stellar individual performance, or a triumphant moment on the grandest stage of them all, the Olympic Games. Throughout the years, the sports world has produced a myriad of trash talk, audacious predictions, and even unabashed name-dropping. However, in the current landscape of athletic bravado, the torch of unyielding confidence is proudly carried by the enigmatic Jakob Ingebrigtsen, hailing from Norway. This season, Jakob has etched a narrative filled with resounding sound bites, surpassing the rhetoric of most athletes across various sports, and this captivating saga unfolds week after week. It's often facile to dash swiftly when chasing someone ahead, but for Jakob Ingebrigtsen, he counts everyone, only as a contender in the race. Despite his colossal self-assurance, a trait evident in nearly every interview he grants, Jakob Ingebrigtsen not only talks the talk, but resoundingly walks the walk. Boasting multiple world records this season, another world championship triumph over the 5,000 meters, and a 2023 brimming with awe-inspiring performances, Ingebrigtsen unequivocally validated his own prophecies with every uttered word. Well, almost every word. There was one race that proved pivotal in the narrative of the year: the 1,500 meters finals at the World Championships. In this particular race, Jakob led for a substantial portion, only to witness the final 200 meters unfold in a breathtaking spectacle. Enter Josh Kerr from Great Britain, etching his name into the annals of history with a spectacular finish, overtaking Jakob Ingebrigtsen. It was undeniably one of the most significant upsets of the 2023 World Finals. While many had Jakob pegged as the unequivocal favorite, Kerr emerged victorious by the slimmest of margins, perfectly timed in racing precision, completing the 1,500 meters in under 3 minutes and 30 seconds. This particular race marked one of only 2 instances since 2015 where Kerr emerged victorious over Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Contrary to the prevailing narrative of Ingebrigtsen as the season's primary provocateur, Kerr, not one to shy away, retaliated with a barrage of criticisms aimed squarely at Jakob's racing style. He questioned the validity of Jakob Ingebrigtsen's win in the 5,000 meters, accused him of being surrounded by sycophants, and asserted that Ingebrigtsen remained blissfully ignorant of his racing vulnerabilities. The verbal jousting reached its zenith just before the World Championships in a revelatory interview. This verbal skirmish injected an extra dose of anticipation into the impending clash between Kerr and Jakob, turning an already awaited race into a spectacle. However, just when the excitement seemed to reach its peak, the anticipated 1,500 meters encountered an unexpected and rather peculiar twist. Frankly, it appears to be one of the most ill-fated decisions for the race. On June 25, 2016, the stage was set at the British Championships for Track and Field in Birmingham, featuring a highly competitive 1,500 meters. Among the contenders were 2 budding stars, Josh Kerr and Jake Whitman, both hailing from Scotland. In a field brimming with formidable opponents, Kerr and Whitman showcased their prowess, finishing second and third, with Whitman narrowly besting Kerr by a mere half-second. Little did we realize at the time, this seemingly ordinary race marked the inception of a remarkable journey. Against all odds, these 2 Scottish athletes would emerge as the future stalwarts of the 1,500 meters. Their destinies converged at the World Championships in 2022 and 2023, where both Kerr and Whitman claimed the coveted world titles. While the 2016 showcase was their inaugural battle over the 1,500 meters, their intertwined history dates back to the late 2000s, when they first crossed paths in various running clubs. As the 2024 season approaches with anticipation, the narrative takes an intriguing turn, especially in the build-up to the World Indoor Championships, a significant event preceding the Olympic Games. Scheduled to unfold in Glasgow, Scotland, a city rich in running history, it seems poised to be the ideal stage for the likes of Josh Kerr and Jake Whitman. However, despite the apparent synergy between these athletes and the venue, indications suggest that neither may participate in this year's World Indoor Championships. In a recent statement, Kerr expressed his eagerness to compete in Glasgow, hinting at a potential face-off with the formidable Jakob Ingebrigtsen and other global contenders. However, an interesting twist arises as Kerr's coach assumes the decisive role, vetoing the participation. The coach, known as Coach Mackey, adopts a pragmatic perspective, emphasizing the overarching significance of the Summer Olympics. Kerr recounts his coach's rationale, emphasizing that everything must align towards the pinnacle event. Coach Mackey highlights the potential risk of emotional investment in winning a world indoor gold when, in the grand scheme, Olympic qualification holds paramount importance. Kerr shares the complexities of having an American coach, acknowledging the challenges while noting the unique advantages. The sentiment of patriotism and a get down to Glasgow and do the job attitude contrasts with the more strategic approach focused on the ultimate goal, the Olympic Games. Yet, the decision-making process remains fluid and undecided, with Kerr acknowledging the difficulty in arriving at a conclusion. While the emphasis on preparing for the Summer Olympics is rational, the idea of outright avoiding the World Indoor Championships, possibly at the expense of Olympic qualification, raises questions. Particularly when considering Kerr's pursuit of the indoor 2-mile world record just weeks before the championships in the Millrose Games, the intricate dance between preparation, patriotism, and strategic choices adds a layer of complexity to this season's unfolding drama. The decision by Josh Kerr to forego participation in the World Indoor Championships has sparked a wave of criticisms, with many highlighting examples, such as Matthew Centrowitz's success in 2016, where athletes competed in both the World Indoor Championships and the subsequent Olympics without apparent negative repercussions. While historical precedents suggest that competing in World Indoors doesn't necessarily hinder Olympic success, the prevailing sentiment indicates that the decision might be more about avoiding specific matchups than strategic preparation. One notable drawback of Kerr's choice is the missed opportunity for a showdown with Jakob Ingebrigtsen at the World Championships, a clash that enthusiasts of the sport eagerly anticipate. The potential for a riveting rivalry between Kerr and Ingebrigtsen, one that could elevate the sport to new heights, adds to the disappointment surrounding the decision. Although the prospect of this matchup appears deferred until the Paris Olympics in the summer, where Ingebrigtsen seeks to defend his Olympic title in the 1500 meters. The Paris Olympics, set to unfold amidst new challenges, promises a captivating field, including the formidable trio of Ingebrigtsen, Wittmann, and Kerr. Adding another layer to the competition is Yared Nuguse, who recently joined the elite sub-344 mile club, a feat achieved by only 4 athletes. Nuguse, with his impressive credentials, emerges as a new contender set to present fresh challenges to the entire field, including the reigning Olympic champion, Jakob Ingebrigtsen. As we dissect the layers of Josh Kerr's decision to skip the World Indoor Championships, the anticipation for future clashes in the 1500 meters intensifies. The emergence of Yared Nuguse, finishing a mere 300ths behind Jakob Ingebrigtsen in the 2023 World Finals, adds a compelling dimension to the already stellar field. Now, turning the spotlight to you, dear viewers of Discovering Hub Sports Channel, we invite you to share your thoughts on Kerr's decision. Does it align with strategic Olympic preparation, or does it appear as a deliberate move to postpone a showdown with Jakob Ingebrigtsen until the Paris Olympics? We value your insights, and your comments contribute to the vibrant conversation surrounding this intriguing decision. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time on Discovering Hub Sports, where the thrill of the track unfolds and narratives of resilience, rivalry, and triumph continue to captivate.